Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. I wanted to talk in this video about how much press did Aptera get from CES, and has it really amounted to any tangible changes? Now, we know that those of us who follow Aptera, it seems like a lot of people know about it, but probably I think the feeling in our community is that probably less than 1% of people in America know about the Aptera. So more media coverage and more awareness could bring more people into the fold, uh, and that would maybe help with funding, maybe help with finding investors, maybe help um, drive up reservations so that it becomes more interesting to investors. All the things that Aptera needs, basically. So Aptera did indeed get a lot of press from CES. They got press from CNET, and then Motor Trend covered them. Supercar Blondie covered them. Uh, Top Speed, The Verge, Auto Week covered them as one of the top 7 or 8 things to see at CES. Clean Technica, Inside EVs, Electrek, Design Boom, even MSN covered them. Okay, and then we got lots of YouTube coverage from various people. Kyle from Outer Spec Reviews came by. Cyber News was by. Probably the biggest video was Jerry Rig Everything. He's been a fan of Aptera for a while. This one video got 330,000 views. So I can say probably got at least 500,000 eyeballs were on Aptera. Now, how many of those people already knew about Aptera, and how many people were new to Aptera? That's the part that we don't know. And so I wanted to see a couple of things. So let's look at my channel's subscription. So this is my channel subscription growth for the past 365 days. So starting in February of 2024, we were at about 15,500. It was relatively flat, and it was really flat here, just maybe gaining 1 or 2 subscribers a day. And then right here at CES went from 16.4 to 16.7 almost. So about a 300. So there was a noticeable gain in interest on my personal channel from CES. This is when CES happened. Now let's look at Aptera. If you look at Aptera, this was their monthly subscriber gain for Aptera, and they have a modest bump. So you see, this is January of 2025. So there's a slight bump up. They did not get a huge boost on their subscribers from Aptera. If you see their big peaks were like January of 2023. I was trying to figure out what happened in January of 2023. I think it's when they unveiled the. Let's see, go back. I think it's no, let's go forward. I think it's January 2023 is when they unveiled the launch edition design. So January 2023, that's about here. So that's in the new year. That's when they revealed their full Delta design. And so I think that was the big thing there. And then in March of 2024, that's when they were first kind of showed everyone their Bink. The Bink was shown at JEC. And also they had a little cameo in that Atlas movie, the one with Jennifer Lopez. I never watched that movie. I heard it wasn't very good, but they were in there. So I don't know which of those things caused that big peak in March, but CES did not increase their subscribers. Now, probably the most telling thing is to go to Google Trends. Now, Google Trends, you can go in here and type in a search term, and it shows relative over time how popular that search term is. So if we look at the past year, you can see that the highest popularity was during CES. So absolutely, Google search volume was the highest in the past year during the time of CES. Now, what you notice is that search volume for see, this is relative units, 100 meaning the highest. So this doesn't say what like absolute number of searches is, but you can see that search volume was slowly trickling down. Then there was a large bump at CES, and then it kind of reverts to the mean where it follows the trend. Now, what I wanted to show you guys was the Aptera search history since 2004. So you can see that the highest search volume was back on the first iteration of Aptera back in about 2008, 2009. And then you see a large, huge interest. And then this is like around the time that Aptera liquidates, around 2011. And then here you see this is when Aptera restarts. So the second iteration of Aptera, you can see right here. That was in December of 2020. That's when they relaunch the company, basically publicly relaunch it. And then you see that there was a lot of interest in 2022, and it's been slowly dwindling. And then here's the spike at CES right here. So CES did make a noticeable improvement in Google search volume, but you can see that Google search volume was very high at the very beginning of the relaunch of Aptera. So there has been, so I don't know if CES drove as much traffic as we had hoped. Because I kind of would have hoped that like we would see this and CES would be like a spike way bigger than the launch spike, like way up here or something. And the launch spike would be like relatively like 50% or something. That would be amazing. It is definitely a spike that we see, but not the spike that we would have hoped for. And that kind of bears through. Like if you look at lifetime subscribers, you can see like there was a fairly large bit of interest throughout 2022. See, the slope is pretty fast here in growth of this channel, and then it levels off. And then beginning of 2024, another period of excitement, then it levels off. And if you look at, the last 90 days, you can see like it's been pretty flat over here. So, but you do definitely see this and this little spike here. So I think it was good, but I think what a lot of people are waiting for is they're waiting to see like tangible like signs that they have funding to make it to actual production. I think that's what people are waiting for. I'm not sure, but CES did give us a bump, but not as big of a bump as we would have hoped. All right. Hope that was interesting for you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.